she taught me how to be crazy happy single.
Yeah. I think this is the part of the show that I really want to focus on too.
Yeah.
And I want people to, before you tune out and think, I'm married, it's important to know how to be single in your relationship.
Oh, yeah.
To have your independence. It's important to know how to be single in case your partner dies before you.
Yeah.
It's important to know how to be single so you can empathize with your single friends. It's important to know how to be single so that you can just be a good person.
Yeah. And if you're a single parent, that you can be a healthy single person so that you can walk your children out the door and into their own futures, into their own lives, so that they can leave and come back without shame, without guilt. I believe our friendship at a time when we were both single and both parents of adult children, though, made us better parents. We bounced ideas off of each other. We asked each other all the time about each other's children, individually, and listened. And we never talked over each other. In all of those conversations, we never interrupted each other. We might laugh over each other. We might cry at the same time, but we didn't interrupt each other. We listened. And if one person was starting to talk and the other one interfered at the same time, or we started at the same time, we paused. We paused to see who was going to speak, or what it was, or who maybe what it was about, or if it was more important for one person than the other. And as we listened to each other, Kelly, we never tried to change each other. There was never in a conversation any inference of any kind to try and sway the other person.
I think it's neat that you're choosing this language because I know for a fact that you tried to grow each other, but not change each other. And
Yes.
I think that's remarkable and really, really cool and worth mentioning because I know that Karen was one of the people in your life that would say, and what are you doing for fun today? And what are you doing to learn today?
Yep.
And what are you doing to feel today?
Yep.
And she just had all these really creative questions long before you and I were doing habit trackers and reflective questions.
I would say she was my first habit tracker. Oh. Well,
It's fine. She can have the credit.
in the sense that we checked in. Well, yes, I can say you do as well. But we absolutely checked in for each other and asked each other a variety of questions that were productive. There was no wallowing in anything. I mean, there was grieving, but there was no wallowing. Things were seen as productive. Even crying was productive. And then there was a plan of action after that, and off you went to do it. And then we would check back in with each other, and it could be a complete mess. Maybe it didn't go well, but that was never the point. The point was that we tried. The point was, okay, you gave it a shot. It didn't work. That's okay.
Well, I think, too, the point is that you guys did things with so much kindness. And that even if it didn't go well, even if it got screwed up or it was the wrong decision or whatever, it was always done with a really good intention. Because Karen, like, as far as I know and knew about her, like, integrity was her number one intention.
Yep.
I want to say, too, because I don't know if at some point you plan to talk about this, so I'm going to bring it up. Her ability to anticipate needs. And I know you mentioned this with her career. And I know this is true of her girls and how she's been such an incredible mom. But when she was redoing your home...
Can I tell the story?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, when I was on my own at the beginning, we were redoing each of the rooms. And I was also changing this basement, which was a family room, into these offices at the beginning. Not the studio, but the office. And a sitting room. And she knew what my bathroom looked like. It looked like something out of the 70s.
Think like rustic orange and cream if you're trying to really get a picture of it.
Oh, and then forest green. Oh, it was just god-awful. And she said to me one day, okay, so we got these bedrooms painted. We've done the 3 bedrooms upstairs. The bathroom's next. And I went, I can't do that. I don't have any money, because I had to budget every year for whatever I could do towards the business and whatever I could do towards the house. And she knew that. She knew I wasn't in the same position as her. And she said, well, all right then. And that was it. And she left the house. And then I think you came home and we were in the kitchen doing, maybe cooking dinner, or no, let me clarify. I'd be in the kitchen cooking dinner.
I'd be
You'd
keeping
be
you
talking.
company. Still true to this day.
Yes. And Karen walked in and I thought, oh, why is she back? Like, what's going on? So I said, hey, what's up? And she goes, I just have to keep the door open here for a bit. I got to bring something in. She got me a toilet. She brought the toilet in. She bought it over at Canadian Tire on sale for, I think it was like $100 or $200 or something. And she goes, I know you have to do the bathroom eventually, whenever you're ready, and not facetiously. She was sincere and kind. Whenever you're ready, I bought the shitter. That was it. And she put it down in the laundry room in the corner. And it was like, whenever you're ready.
And it stayed there for years.
It did. It stayed for years because I didn't have the funds. Other things presented themselves that I chose to work on instead. And eventually the bathroom got done. And Karen's shitter was installed.